right, a beautiful morning. You're welcome to Women's Corner. It's Monday, and of course, this is like I think the last week in February. So a lot of people get excited because you're gonna get that and that. Well, anyways, you're welcome to Women's Corner. My name is just Blossom. It's all around from Monday through Friday on Galaxy TV, and of course, to watch this program live, you can actually go to our YouTube channel of Galaxy TV News to watch this program live. And of course, to watch every other live program on Galaxy TV, you can go to the Play Store, Apple Play Store, to watch all of the live programs live from there. Also, we have several YouTube channels which you can like, subscribe, and share. And those channels are Galaxy TV News, Galaxy TV Entertainment, Galaxy TV Comedy, and we have Galaxy TV Vibes, where we have all the red carpet moments from every event across the country. Today is quite exciting and it's different, and we're starting with something relating to food, to women, and to children. So today we have an amazing guest who, of course, she's an entrepreneur. She's into food for years, and that is, basically what she's been doing over the years, and it's been an amazing journey for her. But of course, usually before we start the show properly by interviewing a guest, that we will get into hearing what knowledge she wants to pass on to every other woman, and of course, child out there. We usually take a tip, more like a mini introduction to the program, so you understand exactly where we're going at or what we are coming for. Anyways, like I said, let's quickly go for a tip. And of course, this tip is about child nutrition. It's very important. When your child feeds healthily, like from being born to, at a certain age, before they become teenagers, start jumping around the house, there is certain kind of food you have to feed them. And even you as a mother, you also need to have some certain kind of food. But this time, let's start with child nutrition. Let's quickly take this tip, and of course, when we come back, we'll be starting with the guest introduction, and of course, we're going to the show properties. Don't go anywhere, stay with us, we'll be right back. All right, a beautiful welcome. Yes, you're still watching Women's Corner, and of course, that's the tip for child nutrition. So I'm just going to go over to introduce my guest. My guest for today, it's been a long time. So yes, this is me saying happy new year to her, that I want to have on the screen first is Oluwagbemisola Bamiduro. She is the founder of Bam Bam Foods. She's an entrepreneur, like I said before. She is a chemical and environmental engineer from the University of Nottingham, UK. She's also a child nutritionist. Good morning, Gbemisola.
Hi, Blossom. Good morning.
Oh, I love your smile. You're so bright this morning. Happy New
Thank
Year to you.
I wish you the
So
same. Happy New Year to you too.
Yeah. So is it that it's today you're celebrating your Valentine? Because I can see you putting on red. Are you just celebrating your Valentine?
No, it's actually orange. It's actually orange, not red.
Okay, all right. So, like we said, today we're talking about something pretty serious that has to involve mothers and children. And of course, we're talking about keeping ourselves and our children young with food, the kind of food we feed ourselves and of course our children. So most importantly, I want to ask, because a lot of people still believe that processed food saves time, because most mothers, they're always busy with work, the career, their business, their partner, other things, even family. So sometimes it's very easy for them to just cook up noodles, which is processed food, cook up noodles, put maybe a little veg, before you have all these fizzy drinks, in small packs for children, and they pack it, and to them, voila, that's like the best food for their child. Now, obviously, such children will even tell you that's the best food. That's what they grew up eating. They feel like that's the best thing. And maybe when they see another child taking smoothie or taking homemade food, they'll be like, maybe this person's parent does not have money. Now, let's break it down. Do you actually think processed food with maybe a side dish of vegetables, fizzy drink, do you think it's healthy for a child which is still growing, of course, still developing the brain and the bones and, everything, the immune system? Do you think those food accompanied, I'm not just saying processed food now, accompanied with all these other things, maybe little vegetable and drinks, do you think is best for a child who is still growing, let's say below 7 years? I'm asking this question because I've seen a lot of mothers saying that they don't have time to cook. So whenever they give them those processed food,
they just put some cabbage, some oranges and all of that, and put maybe all this packed drink, and they feel like that's the best. So please answer that question, so that some of them they are actually watching the program, so they will be able to understand exactly what the truth is.
Oh, okay. Thank you for that question. Actually, be it a child, be it an adult, be it aged adult, processed. Okay, maybe we should start with the definition of processed foods, because our rice, the rice we eat, our grains are processed, but what type of processing does it undergo? So basically, like for the rice, for the wheat, like it's being dehulled. It's a kind of food processing technology, and it doesn't take away nutrient depending on the process technology you use. So in most cases, all those foods with additives, with preservatives, I believe that's what you mean by processed food. Those foods are
Yes.
actually not good for our system. It hinders, starting from children, it actually hinders the child's growth, mental, physical well-being. It actually hinders it. Then it can cause lifetime challenges for the child, because a child that is used to taking sugar too much, we all know that's the most basic one, that too much of sugar is not good for our system. It can lead to lots of diseases, including diabetes. And even for our old, like for us, and even for older generation, people that are 50 years and plus, you realize that they are trying to reduce their sugar intake, and because they need more of fiber, they need more of natural foods that will help their digestion, that will help them build their immune system and fight against germs and diseases.
Okay, thank you very much. I love what you just said there. So so for you, processed food is really more like a no-no, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so if a processed food is a no-no, what would you really subscribe for children under 7 who, like I said, are developing their brain, developing their mood? Because sometimes I feel like food can actually influence a child's mood. Like sometimes I've noticed for children, when you give them all this fizzy drink, especially the boys, trust me, you're in for trouble.
Yeah,
The sugar just
very
turned them to
true.
something else. I don't know, Power Rangers or
The
whatever.
sugar
So
rush.
yeah, so
Mhm.
so please tell me at this point, what do you think is the best thing for a child, so that, of course, like I said, improve the brain, help the brain, the immune system, the mood too, which is very important, and of course the health of the child. What kind of food do you think children under 7, not newborns now, but people who are still growing, children who are still growing, but before 7 years, what do you think is the best food such parent or parents can give to that age group?
Amazing. Thank you. Amazing question. Yeah. So basically I'm going to get to the point of children under 7, like between the age of 3 and 7 years. I believe that's what you're talking about. But we actually need to talk about children from 0 months, like not just zero, from the womb, because it's amazing that what a pregnant mother eats actually affects the child. It affects the development of the child. And even while breastfeeding, the good thing about exclusive breastfeeding is that most times the nutrient that the baby needs to grow, the newborn needs to grow, if the mother does not eat to get enough, or take supplements to get enough, the baby actually takes it from the breast milk. So it's the mother that will be deficient, not the child. And from the age of 6 months, what we introduce our children to, at that stage, we're actually conditioning their taste buds to either like healthy foods or like junk foods. So junk foods being food processed, like overly processed foods, or foods that are with processed with additives and preservatives in them, that are not 100% natural. Then this actually now, like the children from 6 months, they take cereals, instant cereals, from 6 months to, like, let's say 3 years. From there, when they're like 3 years and you're weaning them off the baby cereal and you want them to start eating like our food. You now see them choosing more of chocolates and fizzy drinks, choosing more of all the junk foods in quotes. That's because we have actually conditioned their taste buds to like sweet food. And actually in this era where we are all busy and it can be a bit tedious, like trying to feed a child, trying to condition a child's taste bud to like natural foods. Sugar, I don't know who doesn't like sugar here. You give someone sweet chocolate, they are happy to go. But give somebody, let's say, like ewedu that is like not you're not putting too much of seasoning and all those stuff. You just feel like, oh, it's tasteless, it's not that sweet. You see some people will take it because their taste bud has been conditioned to it, and you see people that their taste buds have been conditioned to sweet things, they would rather not have it, they would leave it. So it's more of like we don't just start from when they are 3 years, but we start from the beginning where it's all started, conditioning their taste buds to like nutritious and healthy foods.
Okay, thank you very much. So, I know this is probably not your jurisdiction, but I want to talk about children who have sweet tooth. Like you said, chocolates. They just like those sweet things. That's what they just want to eat. They don't want to eat the normal food. In fact, let me use myself as an example, because growing up, a lot of people, I had very limited food that I could eat. You cannot come with the swallow or the beans or moi moi akara and I'm eating it with you. The only thing I eat was rice. And if it's not rice, I'm either taking Cerelac. That's a baby food, remember? But I was taking it even as a 5, as a 6. I was taking cocoa oats. I was taking all those cornflakes, cereal. Basically, I wasn't eating the food. I was eating those things. Now, and that was because my parents knew I have a sweet tooth, but they were trying to manage it by not making sure I'm taking too much of all the sweets, the chewing gum, the drinks, the fizzy drinks. So they were just allowing me eat the baby food, which they feel is sugary, and I'm used to the taste bud. Now, but me, I don't think I would advise you can't even do that in this economy now. You can't even say a child of 5 should be eating all those cereal because they are pretty very expensive now. So if you're supposed to give advice to a parent who maybe the child has a sweet tooth and you want to control the intake of sugar, what would you advise the person to go for?
Okay. I would suggest that instead of giving them chocolate, they can give them fruits. There are some natural fruits and vegetables that are sweet, e.g., banana, apple. But the thing is, dates, you can infuse their food. Maybe their cereal, instead of using sugar, you can get date syrup, you can get date powder. I think it's easily accessible. You can get date syrup, date powder, and infuse their pap or their cereals with that. And for snacks, we have dehydrated fruits, nuts, like that parents can get for them to snack on. So instead of giving them chocolate to snack on, you can give them banana, you can give them fruits. And because too much of banana too is not good, it can purge. Too much of everything is actually not good. So just start by trying to win them. I feel it's like winning a baby of breast milk as well. So little by little, gradually, you start giving them more of like carrots that is kind of tasteless, like it has a bland taste instead of giving them apples. So or you infuse their foods too with it. E.g., like for you that you mentioned that you liked rice. I have some families, I know of some families that their children too are kind of choosy, and what they do is they blend carrot, they blend some of the vegetables they want the children to eat. So instead of them seeing the carrots, seeing the peas and also, it's blended and it's cooked with the rice, or blended and added to the rice when it's done. So there are ways that these children will eat it, and as time goes on, as they get used to it, their taste bud actually get conditioned to it, and they can now start eating the veggies or the fruits as a whole.
Hmm. Okay, thank you very, very much. Now, because we're talking about sweet treats, I want us to first take a a break. And of course, we still have Bimisola definitely educating us about the best food for mother and children. And yes, we've been talking about children. We're going to go over to women and mothers, how they can look young. So yes, we still have Bimisola. Just stay with us. Okay, so we just go for a quick tip. And this one is to have a healthy teeth. And that's because we are talking about those who have, I've even seen grown up adults who still have a sweet tooth and they keep eating everything sugary, not minding the fact that, of course, sometimes you need to watch what you eat because what you eat could affect you tomorrow. But anyways, this is just for children and of course for even adults to have a healthy teeth. So let's quickly check this tip because it's still all about being healthy. And of course, when we come back, we'll continue the program with Bimisola educating us on the best food to have as a child and as a mother. We'll be right back after the break and the tip. Stay with us. All right, welcome back. You're still watching Women's Corner. And of course, like I said, we're talking about foods that mothers and children need to eat to stay young and healthy. Can we have Bimisola back on our screen to continue the program? Okay, hi, Gamisola. Did you enjoy your break? Can you
Yes,
hear
I
me?
did.
Hi,
Thank
Gamisola.
you.
Oh, okay, she can hear me. All right, so let's
Hi.
go to mothers now. You know, you said something very important. You said even mothers when they are pregnant to when they are, when they deliver and of course nurturing the child, there is a pattern of meal they always have to have, which is very important. Now, truly. Now, aside from that part, I feel like most mothers take good care of themselves, mostly when they get pregnant. They eat well. That's when you see them buying these pregnancy care kits. They take all the supplements, they eat all the good food, the fruits. One, because they do not want to get fat. Let me use that word. Two, they probably still want to have shape after giving birth. And three, definitely you don't want your child to be overweight, else you're going to have some very crazy tear. So there are a lot of reasons why mothers do these things, even when they're also nursing a child, like they just give birth. They are conscious of what they eat because they don't want to add. They want to maintain. They are also conscious of what they eat because they want the tummy to quickly come down and look flat, like, oh, they never dropped one or two. Also, they also tend to eat well because they are breastfeeding a child. But you see, when the child has gotten to like 2, about 3 or 4, you find out that they just lose interest in taking care of themselves. And that's when you start seeing some mothers, they start, wearing out. They start looking a bit aged, their skin start getting all rumpled and rough, with everything, because all they think about is, okay, what would my 2 children eat or my husband eat? And probably at the end of the day, when they give them the food they want to eat, you see them scratching the pot to eat. And it might be even very small. Now, all those things I feel are not healthy for mothers. And trust me, if the husband is looking sharp and young, the child is looking sharp and young, the mother is looking worn out. And that's why sometimes you see some mothers, and when they tell you that's my child, you'll be like, did you marry late? But they did not. It's just the way they did not properly take care of themselves while or after, giving birth and taking care of you. So what kind of food do you think you would advise them? You being an entrepreneur, and of course you're into foods. So what do you think is the best thing they can take or have, or make sure that per week or per day or per month, they always have in their dietary plan so that they can look younger and healthy?
So sorry about that. So basically, I want to believe we are actually familiar with the phrase "we are what we eat," and there's this saying as well. They say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Not just an apple, fruits, vegetables. Let's incorporate fruits and vegetables. A lot of fruits and vegetables in our food and meals. It's very, very important. They are rich. Fruits and vegetables are rich in loads and loads of nutrients that we need. Then for the gut health, I would advise foods that are rich in fiber. Oats, wheat, they are rich in fiber and they help. So Then loads of water, loads of water. And mamas out there, please take a break. Take good care of yourself. Rest cannot be overemphasized. You need to have at least minimum hours of, ideally it should be 8 hours, but with the hustling and bustling of Lagos, minimum hours of 6 hours of sleep daily. This helps as well.
Okay. All right. So 8 hours of sleep, taking a lot of water, and sometimes just retire. Don't overwork yourself. Someone once said something, I think that was even on Friday, that women, basically not just mothers now, women tend to overwork themselves and forget about self-care or self-love, intentional self-care and self-love. And she was trying to say that, see, women, mothers, if you are not there, that work will be done. That thing that you think, oh, if I'm not there, they won't
Very
do
true.
it will fail. Trust me, when you're not there, people will still do it. You want to say something?
Mm.
Yeah,
No,
please go
I was
ahead.
just affirming that if you're not there, yeah, the work will still get done. So please take a step
Mm-hmm.
back and rest.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Take yourself out of it. Do you understand? Because that's the only best way you can keep yourself and make yourself look young. I could count a lot of people that I have seen. Yeah, sometimes it's genetic, hereditary. You know, you have this amazing skin from your people and your gene. You guys look younger and everything. But trust me, I feel that the reason why those genes came to play, that they actually look young, is because they also did their part. I'm going to take a lot of people. We have Chioma Chukwuka, we have Omoni Oboli, we have Genevieve Naji, we have who again? We have Kate Henshaw, we have RMD. You know, there are a lot of people who are very young that when they tell you their age, you'll be like, wow, is it possible for me to, have this type of thing? Yes, it's very, 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 very possible. So let's talk about what you do now. From, you produce, and of course, you're the CEO of Bam Bam Foods. What exactly do you think from your own product now is one of the things that you think is ready-made for mothers and for children, like a go-to response from your product? Which of them, and exactly what do they do if people have to, buy those things?
Okay, so we actually produce 100% natural baby food, no preservatives, no additives, no coloring. We use real ingredients like oats, like dates, like sweet potato, like corn, like bananas, like apples. And what we've done, excuse me, we have 3 flavors, and what we've done is to formulate them to actually be rich in all the minerals and the essential minerals and vitamins that will help child development. So according to the research, in sub-Saharan Africa and with children between the age of 0 and 5 years, they have protein, energy, malnutrition, zinc, iron, vitamin A, and protein. So we formulated 3 cereals that are rich in this, and not just this. In each pack of our cereals, we have at least 80 minerals and vitamins. In some of packs they have more. So we've worked with food technologists, food nutrition, pediatric nutritionists to formulate and ensure that all those nutrients, essential nutrients that aids child development and mental development, are packed in our cereals. And another addition to our products is that the food processing technology we use ensures food safety and quality by removing the heavy metals that could be in our raw materials while retaining the nutrients, the minerals and vitamins that are there. So our foods are without preservatives, they're without colorings. They are just normal foods that we basically we just dry them to extend the shelf life. I'll pack them in the box for our babies to enjoy and grow.
Okay, that's amazing. Now, I want to ask now, based on your product, because I know a lot of people are into this food business. Now, is there any situation whereby maybe a child has a deficiency, something, and subscribe to your product, and it kind of had a testimony? Let's just say a testimony experience with your product. Is there anything like that that you probably like to share with us?
Yes, funny enough, we've had quite a number of them. Like our oatmeal with dates and apple, like there was a parent that reached out to us that tried it for a child within the autism spectrum. Though some of it, like depending on um it was customized, let me put it that way. We actually prepared it for that child, and it helped the child. The child was able to take it well. It helped the child's mood, and it's we up with children on autism spectrum, their food actually matters. It plays a lot of role in the way they act and the way they can be active or withdrawn or interact with people. So we've had testimonies or testimonials regarding that. We've had testimonials about children having healthy weight gain. We've had parents come to our DM and ask, okay, can my baby gain weight like taking your products? And I'll say, oh yes, your baby can have healthy weight gain. But we try to teach them that being fat is not just, like a baby being chubby and all those stuff does not mean the child is not malnourished. What you should be, or what we should be concerned about as a mother or as a parent, is that is our children actually getting the right amount of minerals and vitamins, nutrients that they need to grow. And another thing is that they need to grow. So we tell them, we try to educate them on this, and we've had a couple of parents come, and was going to share their testimonials with us, thanking us in our DMs, like WhatsApp, Instagram, saying that they've seen what's called progress in the baby's weight, in the baby's interaction, like activeness and all those stuff.
Okay, thank you very much for that one. Okay, so to wrap up this section so that we could allow you go, finally, is there something you like to share to mothers, of course, that would definitely have a greater influence on their health and, of course, their children health that will probably have not, asked or, talked about because of our time. If you have something like that, you can quickly share it so that we can wrap up the show.
Okay. I spoke earlier about rest, about eating fruits and veggies. For mothers, I think the same goes to children as well. They need loads of healthy, feeding. And why we are so particular, or why I'm so passionate about healthy baby food, is because the damage caused between age 0 and 2 years is largely irreversible. That is the foundation. Like every other thing, the kind of school they go to, the what's it called, whatsoever interaction or whatsoever, like a block, like you're building on it. So the kind of food that they eat between this age of 0 to 2 years is very, very important. It's a foundation. Is the foundation of their life. It's actually built their taste buds. It's actually built their immune system, the mental development. Like if a child is having short attention span, what are we going to do by then? Yeah, maybe therapy and all this stuff, but you don't know how much can even therapy repair, because most of these things it's a bit disheartening now when you hear of children even below 10 having diabetes. Like growing up, I used to feel they were older people. I hear older people that are age 70 and above are the ones battling with this, but you have younger children having cancer, having all sort of diseases, and it boils down back to what we eat, healthy lifestyle. So I would crave parent indulgence, that we make sure we ensure that our children are fed healthy, natural foods. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. Healthy, natural fruits. Trust me, for everyone needs that. All this every time or buying one fizzy drink, bite with a snack, and just munch on something. And sometimes we'll buy food on the roadside from buka restaurant, an eatery, and anywhere. We always just need to eat vegetables and fruits. because trust me, I'm one person that I've once had food poisoning because of eating outside. So I learned that no matter what I eat outside, there has to be something called fruit. At least I know I'm not probably righteous about it every day, but at least in a week, I know, okay, I'm taking this, I'm taking that to help myself, because I know what it is to stay healthy. I know what it is when it's easy for you to actually stay healthy by eating right, and how expensive it is when you break down and you have to pay a whole lot to take care of yourself and get better. So thank you very, very much, Gbemi Sola, for joining us on the program. It was fun. It was interesting. And I love the fact that, you were able to share some secrets about your products that, of course, people can always patronize you, because we are doing whatever we're doing here is just about supporting women, supporting their business, supporting their career, pushing them forward and making them the better version of themselves. So thank you for being part of this movement. We all from Galaxy TV, we do appreciate you and we love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Yes. And that's it from Gbemi Sola. She did an amazing job, having to talk about, food, even share her story and of course, share that of a product. And yeah, that's it for today. We can't take any more tip, but pretty soon I'll be coming your way again on The Buzz, where we talk about the state and affairs of the country with great analysis from our analysts, of course. And until then, do have a beautiful day for yourself. I'll see you soon. My name is Rose Blossom. Do have a beautiful day. Bye for now.